name is BreakingZeus, also known as 20 Razor, and today I am here with 61 Razor. Say hi to the YouTube community there, 61.
What's up, YouTube?
Today we're going to be talking about a few things. First thing we're going to be talking about is gaming styles or gaming. Um, Help me out here, 61.
Tactics.
Playstyles. That's what I wanted to say. I ended up getting to there, but it took me a little while. It happens sometimes. So gaming styles. So 61. Tell me, how do you like to play, and what kind of loadout do you use?
Well, I like to be real tactical, so I'll always use the M16A3 with a nice Cobra scope and sometimes a bipod for those times that it gets real heavy. I like to sit in the middle and watch everyone just run ahead and get killed, so I'll just sit back and take everyone out and then move forward when I can.
All right. So what you're telling me here is that you like to watch your teammates get slaughtered, and then move up. Unfortunately for you, 61, when we play as a team in Clever, we really don't like to run ahead too much, but I think that's classified information which I don't want to really disclose to the YouTube community. But yeah, go ahead, man.
I don't mean to say just watch everyone get slaughtered. I'm just saying, I mean, you got those guys that run and gun, and they always get themselves in some hairy mess, and they just, die.
Yeah,
Well,
I agree.
I'll be right behind them, taking everyone out, reviving them, and then watching them die again because they don't learn.
So, alright, man. So you're the guy who's on top of the scoreboard with 10 kills, but has a crazy ass score because you picked up everybody in their team.
Pretty much.
Yeah, man. That sounds like you, man. But actually, I personally I like to play a little bit more
Aggressive.
a little bit more. Nah, not aggressive. I feel like I play a little bit more laid back sometimes. I find myself using the suppressor a lot, and I think it's because I try to work my way into the back of the enemy lines and try to flank these guys and just take them out, because and then my team can move up because I don't let them get slaughtered first. I rather go in there myself, take some of these guys out and let some of my guys spawn in there with me.
Well, absolutely. The suppressor is a great asset to a weapon. It helps your accuracy, it helps you get good shots, and it helps you get past without being seen. And that's what I like about that suppressor.
Indeed, man. A lot of people do not like the suppressor. I can't tell you how many times people tell me, "Why are you using a suppressor? You're not playing to your weapon's attributes. You're not playing to your weapon's strengths." And I think a lot of the weapons I've been using lately with the suppressor, I've been really good attributes. Like I've been using the UMP 45 with the suppressor, and that's been going really well for me.
Definitely, yeah. The gun's strength is only as good as the person using the gun. So they can't say that you're not using the gun to its full strength when you're getting kills with the suppressor.
Yeah, definitely, man. Agreed, but I don't always get the kills, man. I will admit that sometimes I do run out there and I get revived by you, and it's always fun to get slaughtered up there. But enough about that. Let's talk about something else, because you just confessed that you like people on your team getting slaughtered.
Oh yeah, you gotta keep the score up somehow.
Gotta keep it dead. Gotta keep it dead. But
Well,
let's talk about.
it's not all about getting the team slaughtered though. They go up ahead, they pull out some people, you take them down, and then you go and revive your teammates so they can go do it again. I mean, it's not like they're all getting slaughtered all at the same time. You got teammates behind you, you got teammates in front of you. You got the whole team working together. And just helping get all those enemies down.
Agreed. But yeah, that's crazy shit. Anyways, so let's talk about Battlefield 4. What are your thoughts on it? What have you heard about Battlefield 4 and what are you expecting?
Well, I haven't heard much on Battlefield 4, but I am expecting a lot from it. I'm expecting it to still maintain its awesome Battlefield gaming, but not to the point where it's going to end up like Halo.
Indeed. Um, from what I've heard, Battlefield 4 is going to take place in 20, I want to say 2020, and it's going to be three factions, I guess. Yeah, that's the word, factions. Three factions. I'm going to edit all this crap out. There are going to be three factions. It's going to be the Russians, the U.S. side, and there's also going to be they haven't really said the Chinese, but they say some Asian side, and we all know China's brink of either China or Korea. You tell me.
Well, I do believe it's going to be China, because in previous games, I have a Battlefield 2 for PC right here, and you do have three factions. You got the Russians, you have the Americans, and you have the Chinese mechs.
Oh, so you might have the Chinese then. Hopefully they have four factions, because that would just bring the entertainment value of watching countries clash against each other up real high.
Yeah, that would be really cool. It's just some people are afraid to put certain countries in because they're afraid that those countries are going to start bitching and complaining because they can't handle seeing their team lose, you know? I just find it very hilarious that everyone complains about a video game.
Yeah, agreed, man, agreed. But hopefully they do put the four factions in there. 'Cause, I mean, I'm really tired of just playing Russian or American. I mean, it would be nice to play Chinese, you know, because you know how the Russian side scream stuff in Russian. Well, the Chinese side is gonna scream shit out in Chinese, like, get your thumbs out of your ass and eat some sushi or something. I don't know.
Sushi's Japanese.
Yeah, I got my Asians mixed. Not the first
It'd
time
be
that
more
happened.
like, get your fingers working. We have a deadline, or something like that.
Uh, that's crazy. Yeah, man. Hopefully, and I've also heard they're gonna keep the weapons pretty much the same. They're gonna have the same type of weapons, and hopefully they keep the balancing right on this time around. Because like when Battlefield 3 first came out, there was a lot of weapon issues, and a lot of the weapons were overpowered, and some of them were just really shitty. One example of that would be the FAMAS. I don't know if you remember the FAMAS.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it was a real good gun. I liked it.
It was an amazing gun, and the only thing the FAMAS had bad going for it was probably the fact that it had really crappy iron sights.
Well, that
That's probably
it has a small magazine too.
But I believe when it first came out on the Back to Karkland, Back to Karkland, I think it was.
Carcass.
So when it first came out, it had a magazine of 31 rounds, or 30 rounds plus one in the chamber. So they actually nerfed that, I think.
Yeah, now
I'm not
21 rounds now.
It's 25 rounds and one in the magazine, so it'll be 26 rounds total. But the thing about the FAMAS is I mean, I talked about it before in one of my previous videos, and the thing about the FAMAS is it was just really good, and then they nerfed it into oblivion. Nobody could use it, and now they kind of found a little bit of a happy middle, if you will. The FAMAS has insane fire rate. Like, I'm talking about insane. It has the highest fire rate of any weapon in Battlefield 3.
I agree.
And for you,
yeah, I agree. It does have a very high firing rate, but I don't believe the damage is quite right for it. Because I'll use it, but I'll never get any good kills with it.
The thing about the FAMAS is that it's, since it has such a high fire rate, it's really hard to control. And this is where it comes back to me using the suppressor. I use the suppressor with the FAMAS all the time, and I think for me, I try to use suppressor and foregrip because I feel like the foregrip decreases that side to side recoil and it makes it a little bit more manageable, and also that suppressor brings down the vertical recoil a little bit, and it keeps me on target. And usually I can probably drop 2 guys before having to reload if I can time it right. But I always try to reload it. And the thing about the FAMAS also is that it has, not only does it have a low ammo capacity in the magazine, but it also has a pretty high recoil. It has a recoil of like 2 point something seconds. So even though it's
Yeah.
supposed to be a close quarters weapon, it kind of shies away from that just because a lot of people just don't really want to mess around with it just because of the it has, first of all, it has really bad recoil, and also the magazine capacity is slow, and also the reload is high. You know?
Absolutely. You'll be in a close quarters map and you'll have the FAMAS, and you'll be trying to shoot somebody. You have to sit there and shoot 2 bullets at a time because of that recoil. And by that time, someone's already got you. And it's just,
Exactly. Yeah, it's pretty bad, but I mean like in previous videos I've shown how you can use the FAMAS to your advantage, and the way I try to use it is like I said, with the suppressor and the foregrip, and I can drop guys all the time, all day, and I also use the Cobra sight. But the sights are always to your liking, I guess, because some sites really, some
they
players
make
play
the
better
gun
with
jump
other
too
sites.
much.
I wouldn't necessarily say that, but
Well,
I don't know.
if you take the ACOG sight, I haven't found any gun that actually works well with the ACOG. It just makes the gun jump a bit too much.
The thing about it is, you think it's jumping too much because of the zoom on it. It has a 4 times zoom. When you shoot, the recoil amplifies, I guess. I don't think you want to put an ACOG sight on any gun except like low firing weapons, like like something like the AUG. Actually, not even the AUG. Something
No,
like
because
the
then
Scar L.
yeah, that would be a bit better. Maybe a suppressive weapon if you're just firing down an alley or something like that. Like on Grand Bazaar, you get that suppressor uh, kit right there, and you put a nice ACOG on that, and you get the bipod, put it down on the road, and you just fire down, and it helps you a lot.
Yeah, definitely, man. I also like weapons like the A94 and the G3A3. I think the G3A3 with when you bring it down to the 1 round with the
Fire
one
mode.
round fire mode, yeah, 1 round fire mode. Man, I can't talk for shit today. The 1 round fire mode with the ACOG sight on the G3A3, just because of the fact that it has 33 damage, and it drops out to like 24 damage. 24 damage is probably like the starting damage for an M16A3 or for any assault rifle.
Well,
So you look
absolutely.
at you
I've
look at it.
I've gone one-on-one with the M16 and the G3, and I'll never win. If they get that good shot on you, you're already done for.
Exactly, like you only need 3 shots of the G3A3 to drop you when you, and that's 3 shots in the first 14 meters, I believe, or the first, yeah, 14 meters. I'm not sure. I have to check the stats, but I'm pretty sure they can drop a guy like with 3 shots. The thing about the G3A3 is it only has 20 rounds plus one in the magazine, and it has a really low fire rate, probably one of the lowest in the game.
Absolutely. I've tried using it, but I'll always end up getting killed by someone with a quick finger or a fast firing rate gun, and I'll just never be able to get it.
That's the thing about it. That's the beauty about it. That the G3A3, even though it has a low fire rate when you're using it at full auto, it has a high fire rate depending on who's using it. Like I've seen people with like itchy fingers, and they're just spamming the crap out of the G3A3 and getting shots on point. And that's what's good about it.
Absolutely. Now, I used to have a good trigger finger, but over the time of playing this game and with everything else that's been going on, I kind of lost that trigger finger. I used to be great with a pistol.
Yeah, me too. And maybe it's because I'm getting old, man. It's probably because I'm getting old. I'm sucking every day. I'm sucking a little bit more in Battlefield 3. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but
Well, it's because all the people are starting to become less noobs.
damn bastards. But anyways, enough about that. Enough about that. And we were going to end this call with telling you guys to subscribe. Tell them 61 to subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe. This guy has a lot of good videos.
Sometimes I do.
Sometimes.
It was nice talking to you, 61. And you guys subscribe, subscribe, and subscribe. And go check, go check out Clever Spec Ops if you ever want to play with one of us. We're always online. 61's online almost all the time. I am online most of the time, and there's a lot of good players out there that are willing to play with you guys. And we're a great community. If you guys want to check us out, like I said, Clever Spec Ops. .com, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks for watching.
Don't be a noob. Subscribe.
Don't be a noob, guys.